Humans have evolved to thrive on societal culture. In fact, it is our ability to cooperate in large numbers that makes us a unique species. But we're also challenged by profound global crises, some that may seem beyond our grasp. So, how do we find solutions? We often look to the past in search of answers. But how does the past solve the problems of the present? Here's what some of the scholars of the humanities have to say.
Poetry teaches us to reach across and to empathize, to learn empathy with people across cultures and geographies and time. And without this approach to life, it's very hard to make sense of our place in the world without the study of literature in general, and especially poetry, in my opinion. The humanities at large teach us how to read our history and to make sense of it, and also how to make sense of achievements we do in the sciences, in the social sciences, and in technology. Without literary studies, without humanities, it's hard to make sense of that on a human level.
The history of art in particular, and it's a way, art history in particular is a way of seeing from a different perspective, seeing things from a different perspective, understanding different cultures, learning different languages, and I think that's always a plus to learn about different people, different perspectives, to have a sort of broader understanding, and that's something we're lacking today.
My research in the early Christian world has been engaging more and more deeply in areas of moral psychology and in relation to religious violence and conflict. But as a result of that, I've also been looking at how preaching works, and so how language impacts the brain, and how early Christian preaching is framed very much through the lens of moral philosophy, and how that inculcates or is meant to train the soul to have a particular way of balancing itself in terms of emotions and affect.
Right now, I work with a small group of scholars from many different countries on the pre-Islamic history of Arabia. Well, we're at a very special moment in history, because for more than 1,000 years, pre-Islamic Arabia was known primarily through secondary sources, medieval sources that were polemical in nature, and discussed pre-Islamic Arabia as simply the backdrop of Islam. So we knew very, very little about it from documentary sources, from archaeology. And the 20th and 21st century have been the centuries of exploration in this field. And so what we are doing is producing tons of new data, archaeological, epigraphic, new information that's radically transforming the way we think about this period in history.
Together, scholars of the humanities study every aspect of our being by critically analysing society, religion, politics, culture, law, and language. They shape policies, resolve disputes, and provide intelligent and informed solutions to the world's problems. They bridge the gap between our history and the present to build a better world and a better tomorrow. Research in different areas of humanities is needed more than ever today.